How to snowball a lead and make the enemy jungler want to kill them. Getting a lead is one thing, but actually abusing your lead is a dark art that only a few junglers know about. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to use your leads and how to exploit weaker junglers in the early game. In this game we're about to watch, I make this master career Hecarim go 0 and 12, and I was also on 130 ping, so how did I do this? So in this game, I know that as Conqueror Ignite Talon, I crush Phase Rush Hecarim. So when you are in a winning jungle matchup, it's a great idea to ask your teammates if they can ward one of the enemy jungler's camps. Thankfully, my Zac mid wards Hecarim's Raptors, so I will know where he starts and therefore where he will finish, which will be bot side, right? I start Raptors and then clear red and Krugs, and then what? Would you just clear your wolves? I win 1v1. I have red buff, so I want to invade Hecarim on his bot side. But should I just run straight to his wolves? You can, but it's difficult to cleanly ambush the enemy jungler because they could be on top of the camp or to either side of it, you just don't know. So I'm looking for more certainty when I ambush Hecarim. So I actually do his blue buff first, making sure to trinket over so I know exactly where he is and if he actually comes here. And I know what you're thinking. What about lanes? Well, what about lanes? Like, why do they matter here? I'm basically going to one-shot the Hecarim, and if it takes the enemy mid lane and bot lanes, I don't know, 10 seconds to run here, Hecarim won't be here in 10 seconds, he's going to be in base. So this will turn into a 4v3, and then we hard win that as well. Your win in jungle should ripple across to lanes, not actually be decided by lanes. Otherwise, it's just a bad invade. So I finish Hecarim's blue buff, and all of a sudden, the enemy Poppy comes out of nowhere and just runs into me. Now, I completely outplay her here because I just auto-attack her to death. So clean. Funnily enough, though, this doesn't change what Hecarim does. I don't know why. Anyway, I respond to Hecarim running towards his Gromp by E-ing over this wall to quickly get in his blue buff brush. Oh wait, I don't. Whoops. This is definitely a micro mistake, by the way, because I can get in the brush if I E over the wall quickly without being seen, and all I have to do then is just save my Q. Because I don't do this though, I think he will actually see me as I run around this corner, so I just W first to guarantee it, because he might quickly click away and actually get out and avoid my combo if he sees me. So I make sure to W first, and then I land my Q and auto attack, and I chunk him straight away. Now, for whatever reason, again, he thinks he can contest me on Gromp, and also Alistar is missing, and yeah, we just kill him here. Not sure if this guy's just having a bad day, but anyway, it happens, he's a Hecarim player. So with this much of a lead, after I take his Gromp, what should I do? Well, that's the wrong question. What should I do does not matter. It's never about you, it's about what the enemy jungler should do. So as Hecarim, you know Talon has taken your blue buff. You know the Talon just killed you. You know the Talon is definitely going to take your Gromp, and he might even do the bot crab as well. So Hecarim is definitely not going to run bot side, he will run top side. But then, whereabouts top side? He could do crab. But what he should try to do here is Talon's blue buff quadrant. This takes something away from Talon and gets Hecarim closer to being even than anything else. So if Hecarim is running to my top camps, now we can ask the question, what should I do? I should defend my top camps. That's jungling. But the next question is, how do I defend my top camps? So how do I get there? As I'm doing Hecarim's Gromp, I know he is respawning very soon, and he will be charging at a base. That means if I were to recall as soon as he spawns, I am 8 seconds behind him, because that's how long a recall is. So when Hecarim has been alive for 1 second, that's essentially 9 seconds I'm losing to him. When he's been alive for 2 seconds, that's 10 seconds I'm essentially losing to him. So each second that passes, that's more time he gets to potentially do my top camps. But my top camps are on my side of the map, and it will take Hecarim maybe another 10 seconds to run past the middle of the map, the river, into my top side. So I feel as if I can stay for the bot crab and then recall, knowing Hecarim has to travel further. But Eagz, what about if I recalled after Gromp and tried to defend the top crab? Well, the issue with that is that Hecarim and I have the same distance to run to the top crab at a base, and because he has already been alive for 5 seconds, I'm technically 13 seconds behind him, because we also have to consider how long it takes for me to recall. So I would be way too late to that top crab. So these are just unknown for me. I cannot say 100% what the future is going to be, but by defending my top camps, there is so much fog, angles of attack, this is just so free for me. So I E over this wall, making sure my mouse is hovering over the blue buff so I can smite it, and then I W the Hecarim off Cassante's stun, Q, and auto attack to proc my passive, and he's dead again. Now what if I told you that I killed the Hecarim again in just over 60 seconds time? Would you believe me? I know I'm kind of from Oast, but yeah, hopefully you do. After killing him on my blue buff, I could run to his Raptors, right? Cassante got vision of the top crab before, so I know Hecarim has ran out of base and just done the crab here. So would you run to his Raptors? It looks good, right? You take golden experience away from the enemy jungler, but I want you to ask yourself that same question. Have you liked the video yet? It does help me out, by the way, guys, and I really do appreciate it, so Yeah, thank you if you have and will. But the question is, what should the enemy jungler do? I'm guessing, right, this Hecarim is going to path top to bot again. His Krugs and Raptors will be up when he runs out of base, and that's how he cleared initially, so I'm guessing history will repeat itself. That means he is going to end up bot side, just like before. So what should I do based on Hecarim's future? It's true, I could take his Raptors here and then maybe ambush him on Krugs. The issue though is that the Krugs ambush, I'm not sure exactly where he will be when he's doing Krugs. Will he be on top of the camp? Will he randomly be pulling them towards top lane? I just don't know that future, right? So I don't like that ambush as much. So if I can't ambush him cleanly on his top camps, is there anywhere else I can ambush him? Well, the Hecarim is pathing bot side in my head, but he's not even close to respawning yet. So I know in terms of camp tempo, I am at least a camp ahead of him. By the time I am close to finishing Gromp, he's only just running out of base. I might even be 2 camps ahead of him here. This gives me enough time to do my walls, Raptors, and then what? I think you can probably see it now. I run to his walls, pinging on the way so my teammates know what my future is going to be, and then I start them. Because my Alistar is giving me vision of Hecarim's entrance to bot side, I know if he will be here or not. All of a sudden, the idiot appears, so I W and smite walls, making sure to hold my Q again, because as soon as he creates space, I can gap close quickly. And yeah, another kill. This does not happen because I am thinking of invading is my playstyle, woo! No, it's because I know what the enemy jungler is doing the entire game. Now, what if I told you we kill Hecarim again in the next 60 seconds? Would you believe me? Of course you do. But I knew this in game. So it's time to ask that question here. What should the enemy jungler do? Well, how is the Hecarim going to run to his bot side here? Well, honestly, he probably should. Now, why is that? Well, as the much stronger jungler, me being Talon, there is no world in which I give someone as weak as Piss even 1 grub. Hecarim should know this, right? So the only play he has to counter my running to grubs is to try to do Dragon, that's right. That's it. That's all he can do here. If he runs to grubs, he's 100% dead because I'm going to be there, and he can't escape once he's in the pit. It's a Hecarim. And if I had half a brain, I would just ward near the dragon pit to know for sure. But yeah, I put this ward down here, and then I wrap around the back of mid after hitting 6 off his Gromp, and what do you know? Our wild level 4 Hecarim appears, and we knock him out again. He ends up going 0 and 12, and yeah, if you actually want to learn how to jungle, you can get one-on-one coaching with me. You can also sign up to my Patreon. There are over 1,200 sessions, probably over 1,000 jungle sessions, and of course join my Discord to stay up to date with uploads, streams, and everything else. Challenger career, here we come, and yeah, don't be shit by.